Hello, everyone! Oh, wait. You were looking away.
Sorry.
Hello, everyone! No, let me start that over. Hello, everyone! Welcome back
God damn it.
our Boys Only Club podcast. I'm sorry, we redid the intro 3 times, so I'm not going to redo it for you, even
There
though you
are
hit that.
4 gnats in here.
There's so many gnats, just like last time.
We need to get out of this room.
I'm a little bit afraid.
We still haven't found a
sucks.
set.
Yeah, but that's okay. We're probably still going to go with the treehouse concept, right? Oh,
Damn
ew,
it.
I got it! Ew!
Oh, God, it's
ew!
on your-
Ew,
ew.
don't rub it in!
Sorry. Oh, no, don't rub it on me.
No, I got it.
Well, the good news is they're not going to keep being able to get in.
Yeah, we got the gnats. We're good. Sorry about the sounds.
In the scheme of things, gnats are not the scariest bug by a mile.
No, they're not bad at all.
Cockroaches can fucking fly.
We talked about
Sorry, I know we
cockroaches
talked about
last
cockroaches last time, but they can fly.
They can
That's a
fly.
big deal.
It's
Cockroaches
terrible.
can fucking fly.
I know. Someone in our office used to not know that, and they freaked out
It was
when they
probably
saw
me.
It was probably you.
It was probably me. Well, cockroaches are goddamn gross.
Cockroaches are gross.
Cockroach.
So on Twitter and last time on this podcast, we asked you guys for questions that you'd like answered, and we were totally going to just overlook them, but then we realized we ran out of content, so we're totally going to answer them right now.
And if you want to submit a question yourself, you just go to the Boys Only Club Twitter link in the description of this video, and there's a pinned tweet that asks for topics, and you can just respond to that with your topic that you'd like us to talk about next time, and maybe we'll hit it up.
Maybe. We like that maybe. That gives us a lot of leeway.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
I noticed there are questions we just don't bother even considering.
at?
For instance, someone said
God.
talk about bombings in Syria.
Stop! Why would you even say that? Go away. Septic
It's just
nudes.
there are certain topics that just don't
Septic
feel like
nudes.
Yeah, septic nudes. There were some questions like was Reina ever real, or was that just a running joke? It's like it's pretty obvious.
It's
you know?
obviously a joke.
Yeah.
Like, I'm married.
And then, well, maybe it wasn't a joke. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And then I feel
Maybe
like a
I
lot of these
took Will.
questions we've actually answered before. One in particular that we are going to answer this week is how often will this podcast be? If you've checked the About section, it's...
Every Sunday at 8 a.m.
Oh my god, you looked... Oh yeah, because it says it even on the Twitter right there.
No, I memorized it.
Holy shit, you're a genius.
I was looking at the lens. What did you think I was looking at? I guess I could have been looking right here. But anyway, Eunice Marquez, thank you.
Thank you very much for asking that question. And
Yeah,
if you'd
now you
like
know.
to, if you listen to podcasts in the car, you can get it on SoundCloud. It's just SoundCloud and look for Boys Only Club Podcast. Or I think probably by now either iTunes was
Maybe.
we were able to use iTunes, or they declined us.
We'll see.
We're also trying to figure out if we should put it on Spotify or not. What do you guys think? Would you rather just keep it SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube? Or do you want it on Spotify too? What's easier for you? I know a lot of the podcasts I listen to are on Spotify.
Spotify.
There's this podcast called, what is it? It's like oh my god. It's called the No Sleep Podcast.
Ooh, that sounds healthy.
They talk about really, really scary stories.
What? Really?
Yeah. When I was on a
Ooh.
drive from
I like it.
LA to Chicago. I've even made a video about talking about this, so I'm not going to talk about that. But I never talked about what I used to stay awake on that. I used a mix of Adderall, and I also listened to this podcast called the No Sleep Podcast. It kept me awake because it was...
It's because it scared you? It scared you awake the whole time.
well, not the whole time. I mean, at a certain point, it doesn't matter if you're actually if there's a murderer in your car, you're going to fall asleep.
At any point. Okay, wait, I don't understand. They're really scary?
Yeah.
I haven't been scared in a
narrators-
long time.
Well, I mean, it's as scary as a podcast can really be. And
But
it's-
when you're alone in a car, it's probably kind of scary.
Yeah, and if anything, it's really entertaining. I actually feel my safest when I'm in a car. Like, if I were in a podcast... If you were in a podcast, if I was listening to the No Sleep Podcast in this room or in any place outside of a car, I would legitimately be more afraid than if I was in a car, because you're in an enclosed space, and it's like it's like my safe space at least.
Yeah, and you're in control. I understand that. Yeah,
I can drive anywhere from any T-Rex. If I need to go faster, I can go faster.
You can get away from any T-Rex. It's no problem at all.
With their tiny ass arms and shit.
Oh yeah, I love what they look like. They look so dumb.
But also terrifying.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you seen Jurassic Park?
Yeah, I love Jurassic Park.
Have you seen Alien?
I love only the first one.
You've seen the
old
first one?
Yeah, the
Oh,
old
cool.
first one. Yeah,
With
yeah,
Sigourney
yeah.
Weaver?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I hosted this movie night recently that I did invite you to, and it was Audrey was there, and we watched Lion King first, and then it was a double special. We watched Lion King, then Alien.
That's such a fucking weird mix of things to watch.
Yeah, and I think next time Audrey suggested it, we're going to watch James Bond and Austin Powers.
Oh my god, that is so Audrey.
That's a pretty cool combination,
It
right?
is. Did you know I've never seen any Austin Power movies?
It's been so long since I've seen them. I mean, I obviously remember the thing where it shows, like, it cuts to all the people saying different words for dick. And it cuts to them in a sentence. You haven't seen it?
I've never seen it, so I don't know what that is. Okay, I've kind of seen it, and I know all the tropes and jokes and stuff, like $1 million versus $1 billion.
Yeah.
Like, I know the jokes, but I didn't watch it. My mom is very foreign. I was raised by a very fucking foreign lady.
Did your mom see Alien?
No, I just, like, that was older. Like, you can kind of... Oh, it wasn't, huh? How did I see Alien? I think
Alien
my dad...
was 1978?
My dad probably showed us me. Everything scary my dad showed me. Like Terminator, Twister, that kind of stuff.
Alien 1 year. Let's see what year it was released. 1979, damn it! Well, what I was going to say was about the movie night, and do you remember much from the first Alien?
No.
Well...
I was a baby.
There was a certain point, and tell me how you'd react to this. Say... You are on the ship, and you're the commander of the ship because your commander has left with his part of his crew to go and explore the alien planet.
Yeah.
You have an organism that has attacked you, and it's attached to your face. Do you let these people back on your fucking ship? I'm not going to actually... I'm not going to include any inflection in my voice.
Okay.
Do you break protocol by letting them on your ship, and saving their life potentially, or...
Wait, I have a facehugger on my face?
On the person's face outside of the ship that wants to come back on.
Yeah, they have a facehugger on.
And they're along with 3 other crew members. Do you let them back on?
Do the other ones have facehuggers on them?
Do you let them back on? They're not going to come on without their crew member, though. So you have to consider them as a whole package.
That's dumb. The 2 of them should kill the one that has a facehugger on it, and I'll let the 2
But they love this character.
That's dumb.
They love... Yeah.
I'd leave them behind.
So,
fuck them.
You'd be Sigourney Weaver. Everyone in the room was like, wow, she's a bitch.
No,
she's just not breaking fucking protocol.
Yeah, I mean, no, she is. Oh no, yeah, you're right. She's not breaking.
Yeah. The only reason they got back inside is because the android let them in. Mm-hmm. So
she made all the good human decisions.
What I was really interested in is that everybody on the internet always talks about how people in alien movies, let alone any movie that involves like a quarantine procedure, they do it wrong.
Decisions.
Yeah, they do it wrong.
Why? Why would you let them in? That's breaking quarantine.
Yeah, no. I'm saying that people on the internet are like, wow. They get mad at the people who let them in.
Oh.
Yeah, but people that are just like your average Joe that aren't fans of that or like aren't necessarily part of internet culture, they don't side necessarily with Sigourney Weaver, and I don't understand why they don't have that. They have like too much empathy.
Maybe it's because they know it won't make for a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
If she just does all the right things. Or if all the right things just happen.
Maybe we're the ones that are annoying.
We're just dumb.
Because, like, obviously, what happens... Okay, so imagine Alien, the very first one. They just don't let the people back on.
Yeah.
They just take off.
And they survive, and that's the story.
But imagine the story then becomes... their struggle on the planet to get away from the dude who becomes the facehugger guy. Or that hatches the alien. That's kind of fun.
That's really good.
What if
Sell this story.
What the fuck? Imagine there's an alien movie where they actually don't break protocol. They fly off. The story's not about them anymore. It's about the people who are left on the planet.
This is alternate timeline canon.
Holy shit. Why am I...
Contact Neil Blomkamp. Oh, you got it!
Oh, its guts came out. But imagine that. Isn't that... That was all just spitballing, and I'm pretty sure I just came up with the best alien movie ever.
Please don't take that idea.
If anybody takes this, or if it's already taken, just know that it came directly from me.
Directly, organically
even if
from
it already
this
exists.
Podcast.
So
credit this. Copyrighted.
As you can tell, I'm a big fan of the Alien franchise.
You do, yeah. I remember when we were playing Alien, you loved it a lot, and you were talking a lot about it.
That's how much I love the Alien series, is that I was able to complete Alien Isolation, and I have never completed a horror game before, even though...
It's not a horror game, it's more of a stealth game.
Well, Alien Isolation, whatever it is the scariest game I've ever played.
It is really scary. I love that game.
Besides,
I don't like
Dead
games,
Rising, Dead Space.
Dead Space, okay.
Did we play Dead Space on SPF?
No, we never played Dead Space on SPF.
Jesus Christ, that game is unreal scary. Like, that game, Alien Isolation, Dead Space...
What about, like, Resident Evil?
That never really scared me.
Oh, really?
Resident Evil never really tickled me at all.
Is it too...
Even the new one, the new VR one's not that scary.
Ew, I would never play the VR one. First of all, you know I'll get sick.
I threw up.
There you go.
Yeah. But that was food poisoning.
Okay.
Same night, though.
Different world.
I connected them still.
I got it.
Cool.
Actually, let's move on to the next question.
Oh, yeah.
Rumpole Foreskin.
AKA at Joseph _Indorado.
asks, the super illegal thing Reina did that was censored on an SPF podcast.
I don't remember.
Was it drugs? The only thing
it had to be drugs, because you've talked about smoking weed before, right?
I love weed. Okay, so I did E, and it was amazing. I think that's the only thing Discovery
that must
would
be what
need.
it was.
Yeah, because we didn't censor anything on SPF.
Yeah.
We didn't censor anything.
I don't think I will ever do Ecstasy.
It's fun.
No, I totally believe you. I just think that...
I'm never going to do it again. I'm too, no.
I just feel like I have a really addictive personality, and that would just... I've heard of people that take E and then they take it
over and over
constantly,
and over. Yeah,
and then
that
their brain
happens.
just turns to mush.
Yeah.
But then some people have taken it and they're totally fine, even after continuous taking.
It's because I only did it once.
No, people that have taken it every week or something. Yeah, right?
That doesn't sound okay.
It doesn't sound okay, yet some people are able to get through it. I mean, I have friends that are big YouTubers who appeal to a children's audience who are getting high on ecstasy every fucking weekend. And
the same could be said about any movie or TV star. They're obviously role models for everyone and then some, and they're definitely doing some shit. They're definitely snorting some coke.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it's just
it's a messy world
Toby
out there.
Turner, for example.
Oh no, poor dude.
When I watched that dude back in the day, I thought that guy was
Tobuscus? He was just Tobuscus.
I thought he was a fucking Christian Scientist. He was so sweet.
The fuck
guy
is
never
a Christian
sweared.
Scientist? That doesn't make any sense. What's a Christian Scientist?
I barely know. It's just a sect.
A sect of...
It's a small cult.
Oh, no.
No, it's
which makes sense now, I guess.
It's a big thing. But it's so interesting knowing, finding out later on the inner workings of some of these people who appeal to a younger demographic.
Audience. Yeah, it's true. It's very creepy and scary. It's very scary.
Yeah.
VidCon's scary.
Ugh. So there's hopefully never a time where I will have to go to VidCon again.
Oh, why?
Dude, I hate it. You know what it is? VidCon is going there and you see a bunch of little girls huddled around these weird shirtless dudes playing guitar.
It's shirtless British dudes.
Yeah.
They go after the British ones.
Dude, they're so fucking weird. And they probably have sex with them.
Oh, no, they probably do. They probably do.
And it's just, that's gotta be illegal.
It's 100% illegal.
I mean, I know in Canada, at least this is what Kib says, that the age of consent there is 16 years old. Which even, to me, that seems pretty young, right?
That's really young. What's age of consent in America?
18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's it's a 2-year difference, and there's something in my nose. I think it might be a gnat.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, pretty gross.
Do more things get stuck up there ever since we waxed our nose hairs?
I still have quite a few hairs in there, I realized, because I was really proud of it. When I got to work, I asked people, hey, look at my nose, and they're like, no, there's still a bunch of hairs in there.
Ew, it's patchy inside.
But it got rid of the ones that were coming out, which is nice. Does your nose completely clean?
No.
So you still have a bunch of hairs in there?
Yeah.
Nose hairs, I feel like you're not supposed to get rid of those.
Probably not.
Because it collects dust and pollen and animal dander and pathogens.
Animal dander. It's true. It's supposed to protect you a little bit, but animal dander. We're animals. No, we just have a lot of animals.
I have
just
two dogs.
Just in general, I have 2 cats.
Why is this so out of the ordinary to you?
I don't know. You're right. It's totally normal that there's animal dander inside of our nose.
You're animal dander.
Bosh. Anyway.
Holy shit, that's funny. What the fuck?
Oh, can I talk more about E?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It would be interesting to hear about it because I've never actually heard an in-depth analysis of what an experience is like on Ecstasy.
It was awesome.
Where'd you take it? At a rave?
No. I took it in New Jersey, and I think I was hanging out with
just
Mike.
In New Jersey.
Yeah, just in New Jersey. It was great.
So you just took it one time, and you were like, well, just might as well see what it's like.
It was my 19th.
Your dog's birthday?
No, my 19th birthday, I think.
Oh wow, that was a long time ago.
I know, it was 100 years ago. So yeah, we took E, and it was amazing, and then we drove around, and it was amazing, and music. Oh my god!
You drove around? Oh, because you weren't driving.
You can drive on E. You can't. Don't. You can't. You can't drive on E.
But someone else was driving you.
No, we were driving around.
Okay.
We took turns.
You were 19, you were a little dingus at the time.
Little dingus.
Everyone does stupid things.
It's pretty safe. It was in the middle of the night. No one's on the road. We're fine.
Obviously, I do think very differently of you now. I think you're kind of a scumbag.
I'm so scummy. I'm so bad.
The good news is you didn't kill anybody.
I didn't kill anybody. We just had a great time, listened to lots of music.
Did you take Ecstasy since?
No.
So it was a one and done kind of thing.
One and done. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it again.
What did you feel when you were on it?
Happy.
Was it a happiness that you have never felt since?
Yeah.
Do you think the only way you could possibly is it the happiest you could possibly feel?
Chemically, yeah. What's weird is you can tell that it's synthetic. Real true joy and happiness and excitement. That you don't feel that.
Okay.
Yeah. But the coolest thing is you can feel that it's chemical. Is that really weird?
I guess I just have no frame of reference to understand it.
Yeah, you feel it feels synthetic. Like you know that there's something that's chemically causing this, and it's definitely not genuine. Like you don't feel it. Like you feel it across your body because it's all like it's a drug.
Would you be able to touch this desk right here and you'd be like, wow, that feels great?
I didn't get that. You know how people are like, oh, you want to rub stuff and you feel like things feel really good. I didn't get that at all.
So it was more just a sense of euphoria, and you just felt like emotionally happy.
Emotionally happy. I chewed a lot though.
So it wasn't like a touch thing though.
No,
besides the chewing.
Yeah, I kept like chewing a lot. Like I was like grinding my teeth a lot, and then the next day it hurt.
Have you made sex on E?
No, but I heard that that's something you shouldn't do.
I heard that you can't get a pee-pee boner or come on. That's what it is. I heard you can't finish on E.
Maybe not, but I wouldn't dare try it because when I was younger, I was told that if you have sex on E, normal sex doesn't feel right.
Really?
So you don't want to ruin sex, you know.
You know what? I feel like I've heard the same thing, but I've also heard the rumor that you aren't supposed to film license plates and put that on YouTube. That's a big goddamn lie.
What does that mean?
It's actually true. It's an old privacy myth. You can film any license plate. No one can do anything with that information.
Oh, it's just individually, like if this person were to be mad about it. If you want to seek
out somebody, you'd have to be part of the fucking police department.
Wow, that's awful. Oh, so you can't just look up license plates?
No.
Oh.
I tried.
Yeah.
The bug guy.
Oh, no, yeah, that's fine.
Still no news from the bug guy.
If you guys haven't seen our last episode in reference to the bug guy, you should check it out because it is really a terrible story. It's a good story. It's just what happens is terrible. And I hate this guy and I feel really afraid for Alyssa and Subtic.
People just need to know when to quit. And bug guy
doesn't know when to quit. He's also obsessed with you.
Yeah, I mean, in a certain way, he's obsessed with business.
He thinks you're rich, that's why. Yeah. He thinks you're rich. That's why he's after your butt.
I wish he could look at my bank account and he'd be like,
Yikes. He'd be like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. And then he'll leave you alone.
This guy is hemorrhaging money.
Oh my God. All right, what's the next question?
The next question is from Jorge Jimenez, a.k.a. at Giggle Panda for fun. And they say, and this one's an easy question, is Mike as cute as he sounds on the phone? Yes. Can we pull up a picture of my dad? I wish Mike... No, I love my dad.
You wish Mike was your dad?
I love my dad.
Yeah, you're fine with who your dad is.
No, Mike's beautiful.
He's so cute.
He's a sweet baby boy, and I know we talk about him a lot on the podcast, and rightfully so.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
I hope we should bring him and Alyssa on the podcast.
I want to do... Wait, should they just do a podcast without us?
Oh my God.
Stupid? Yeah,
or we should have them start off a podcast.
Yeah, we should. They should do our intro.
Oh my God, we need to set this up.
We need to do that when I come back. We'll do that when I come back.
This is the best podcast.
This is the best. I'm so excited.
If anyone else says their podcast is better, they're probably right.
Yeah, probably.
But
sadly.
The next question, since that one was so easy, is actually from Pat Lapton, a.k.a. at Duckbill Octopus.
These names are great.
He asks us, are there any Western cartoons you're into? Yeah.
Growing up, I loved Family Guy, Powerpuff Girls.
But he means now.
Oh, right now? I mean, I still like those things. What? Oh, Rick and Morty. Right?
Yeah, Rick and Morty is absolutely my favorite cartoon right now.
I can't wait to season 3. Wait, how long has it been since the second season came out and since they announced...
It's been over a year at least.
That's terrible. Get on your game.
I think it's been over a year and a half.
Sad. Do you remember what happens at the end of season 2? It's so sad.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Rick and Morty yet...
Spoilers.
You might as well. It's on Hulu. You can watch, I think, both seasons there.
Yeah, it's so worth it. You should check it out if you haven't. You're crazy for not having seen it.
Season 1, I think, they do whole episodes where a lot of it is just improv. They have like this...
no fucking way.
Yeah, you must have seen it.
Improv?
So, if you've seen that Universal Cable episode where they flip through the channels and it does all those advertisements, those are basically all improv.
Oh my God.
You know, like the Two Brothers
so
one?
Fucking cool, yeah.
Like, 2 brothers are attacked by old women flying down from the... And then they're cross-attacked by...
Cross-attacked? That's amazing.
Yeah.
And they're all outlandish.
And they laugh at the end of it. So they're like... And they make like this giant-ass title where they're like, Let me actually...
pull one up and we'll read it for you.
2 Brothers title. And they
You wrote 2 Brothers Tits.
2 Brothers Tits. So it's... Alien Invasion, Tomato Monster, Mexican Armada, brothers who are just regular brothers running in a van from an asteroid and all sorts of things. The movie. But then they just like wander off into a different title, which is just is called Two Brothers, and they start laughing at the very end of the advertisement. It's amazing.
That's so good. I love them.
What were we even? We were talking about Rick and Morty. That's right, and we were talking about meeting Justin Roiland.
Yeah, and how you sound exactly like
Not
Morty.
true. I sound nothing like Morty.
Rick. Wait, which one's
Pretend
which?
you're Rick. He's the old guy.
Rick's the old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't pretend to be Rick.
I'm just trying to be very humble.
Oh no, you sound exactly like Morty. Go sound like Morty.
Reina, I don't sound anything like Morty. I gotta go. I'm trying to find my way home, and it says, Rick, you keep teleporting me out here in the middle of nowhere, and I think I'm hemorrhaging blood. Oh man, you're really pushing me in a ditch here. You're really pushing me in a corner, Rick. I don't know if I can fucking I kick your dick. So
your hemorrhaging bloodline sounds exactly like something he'd say.
And this is why I will never meet Justin Roiland, because I'm sure that I would not be a good match for him because he's a creative mind and I'm just copying his shit.
Yeah, you're just a putz.
I'm a putz.
You're
That's
just
the
a
best
putz.
name. I love calling people fucking gimp boys now.
What's a gimp boy?
Just like a little, just a messed up body boy.
Like this?
Like
A
just
body boy.
A boy who isn't quite right.
Oh no.
Like he might have, maybe he was hit by a car.
You're terrible.
I don't know what a gimp boy could possibly mean. We're also a little bit out of focus. There
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, we're good now, though.
That's okay, though. Oh, maybe it's not out of focus and it's just a little bit frozen.
No, it was out of focus for sure. It's just, I'm glad normally it would have stopped by now, so I think we're set.
We're set now.
I had to put the camera in the refrigerator. I think it overheated.
There's a lot wrong in this house.
Yeah, right?
There's a lot going on.
I had to change the battery. I had to take the SD card out, transfer all the footage because I think that might have been full.
Perhaps. Let me read the next one. Johnny, is that it? At Joni at JFU802 asks, new Overwatch character. All right, that's just a word. That's just a word.
So they want us to talk about the new Overwatch character, I guess.
I don't play Overwatch. Tell me about the new Overwatch character.
You've never played it. You own Overwatch.
I do, but it's for the console, and everyone made fun of me, so I didn't play.
I would make fun of you too. I know.
You're one of the ones that made fun of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder you haven't played.
I know.
The new Overwatch character is a tank, and it's the first tank they've added since the beginning.
Oh.
And it's called Orisa.
Orisa. I'm just saying Alyssa, the way I say it.
I wasn't going to make the joke,
let's go hang out with Orisa.
I immediately thought that.
I love Orisa. Oh my god, it's so bad. I'm sorry, guys.
Do you want to see what Orisa looks like?
Yeah, she hot? Wait, is it a girl?
This is what Orisa looks like. Oh, that's not her.
It's just a lady.
Overwatch. Okay, so this is her.
Oh. What?
It's this big green person. This is Orisa.
Oh my god,
it's Orisa.
Oh, it's Orisa. Orisa.
Yeah, Orisa. I'm really interested to see how she plays.
She looks so cool. Wait, it's a girl? I'm so confused.
Yeah, it's a girl.
Sure.
I'm not exactly sure. I only know one of her capabilities, which actually sounds, and this is probably not interesting to a lot of you guys who don't play Overwatch, but it definitely is interesting to a lot of people that do, because she has this ability where she'll shoot out this energy ball and it attracts everybody to it. They get stuck.
Oh.
So the capabilities on maps for Control the Hill or whatever it's fucking called, where say there's like a big ass well in the middle of the map where everybody hangs around it, you do a charge shot in there, everybody falls in the hole.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Also broken.
And also what it can do is you can launch, it actually shoots very far, you can launch it behind a wall and draw enemies out from behind a wall. So that's,
what? Like, not through the wall.
So say you're looking straight ahead.
Yeah.
It's an empty hallway, but there's a hallway, and at the very end of it, there are two walls that you can't see behind.
Sure.
You shoot your weird load at the very end of the hallway as Orisa, and it draws them from the corners so you can see, because they get pulled towards the energy ball.
That's crazy.
So it opens up. It's a really creative ability they've added to the game, and it was annoying because the characters they kept adding seemed to have at least somewhat of the same abilities that previous characters did. I mean, take who's the one who's like, "See you later." That's literally her voice. It's like,
I have no
one of her
idea.
lines is, "See you later." She's an attack character. Her point is her ability where she can teleport places is pretty similar to Tracer's one, where she can revert back to a previous area.
Doesn't she reverse time? Tracer? Or is that just
for
she's
herself?
Moving? Oh, okay, because she's moving so fast. I see.
Yeah.
Wow, Overwatch sounds very fun.
It really is, but you're a little bit late. And I think if you got into it now, you'd just be disappointed because of the skill gap.
I mean, that's always happened though. Like, I mean, it's not like I started in Halo when everyone else started Halo. You kind of get used to getting your ass beaten and handed to you over and over and over and over again.
That's true, and that's what builds your character. Some of the best players start out really shitty and later than others, and end up being better because they just get their ass beat.
Well, I don't need to be better. I just want to be.
Or they get used to having their ass beat.
Yeah, I just want to be able to have fun. But I did mercilessly get made fun of when I bought it for the console by accident. By literally not just you, everybody. So it kind of discouraged me. Because also the fact is, is it cross-platform? It's
no,
not,
unfortunately.
Right? Yeah, that's sad. But that would be really broken and unfair because there's no way a fucking PC could beat a fucking console.
Well, you know what's really interesting, and I agree with you, but I was a big console gamer at the time, and I'd always think that...
console gamer, yeah.
Yeah, I was a big console gamer with Halo, and I'd always think,
Halo.
like... yeah, you know what? That bullshit about PC gamers can't beat console gamers, it's so inaccurate. I think that the professional Halo players are just as good as, like, they could transfer over to any game on PC and beat anybody's ass. And I definitely do not believe that at all now.
Yeah, like think about just CS and how quick the point and shoot.
Oh, if it was a console gamer versus a PC gamer, nothing beats
this.
The mouse.
Nothing beats the mouse. Yeah, there's no fucking way.
Precise, and it's
also,
sad.
Think about it. You're using your index finger to locate.
Yeah,
like
my thumbs are
your
like,
thumbs
my
are not
thumbs are
meant for that.
Stupid.
Totally, that's not meant for that shit. Look at this dumbass.
I can never control my thumbs.
Me neither.
Even
it's
when
always
they're not
like
on
this.
a controller, it's just my thumbs are
Forever.
constantly like. Look at them. I'm not even trying to. Yeah, not even trying to move my thumbs right now.
All right, enough about Overwatch. Read that one.
Matt J, aka at SS Mattman, asks, when did you guys both realize you have a big following online?
We don't have that. You have a big YouTube channel.
Well, I mean,
it's pretty big.
Compared to the view ratio isn't exactly great.
Fine,
I would say that I have a decent amount of subscribers, but they're not exactly all active.
I'm not that big on anything. I'm like, you know what's cool? Or not cool, but like, you know what I like about me? I'm kind of the same amount everywhere. Like my subscriber amount, my follower amount, they're all kind of the same.
I think what's interesting is that a lot of people get their growth immediately in 1 year. For me, at least, it's been over the course of since 2011. It's been a slow, steady grind, and I still feel extremely, if not more now than ever, similar to when I started. I don't feel like I have that big of a following or any following in particular. I feel just the same. I feel like just a dude sitting here talking bullshit.
Yeah, same. But that's because that's who we are. But when we did Super Panic Frenzy, though, I don't know what it was, but whenever we interacted with each other via social media, and it still happens, that shit goes a little bananas, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's dope. Let's use each other more.
I totally don't understand it.
Me neither. It's not that great. We don't even say, like, interesting things about or to each other, really.
And it wasn't even just the cancellation of SPF that did that. It's when we were doing Super Panic Frenzy, we would, like, tweet at each other, and those tweets would do far better than other ones. And I think it's just...
They're all thoughtless too.
I think that it just people really appreciate like friendship in videos.
It's probably what it is. I mean, a lot of people talk about like, oh, you guys have really good chemistry, and it's like, oh, that's cool.
That's totally what I want to bring to my channel this year. Is just I don't want to just make it about me, which is why during Antisocial I have many people,
many people,
and it's not just
Parker.
About
I just want to hug Parker.
He needs it.
Oh no!
Parker went on a date recently.
I forgot. I got loud. It was last week because you were telling me that you were going to go shoot with him and he couldn't and he canceled on you because he has a date.
Yeah.
I
don't know how much I can say about it, but all I know is I hope that Parker someday gets married and I can come to his wedding and be his bridesmaid.
His bridesmaid boy.
You didn't let me be your groom, bridesmaid or whatever.
Well, you wouldn't fly to Japan.
I thought you were doing an LA one.
Oh, I'm really lazy.
It's also expensive.
I do one? I know. Should I do one?
You're already fucking married. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I am.
It would be like, what's the point now?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to re-cry?
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't cry. Can you believe that shit?
You're a sociopath. What?
I didn't cry. I think it's because, my Japanese wedding, like, we wore such costume-like things that it just felt
it was
like
more comedic.
It was more like a show. Like, I was laughing a lot and Mike and I were joking around.
I saw pictures of you guys. You looked fucking hilarious.
Thank you. It's like a cosplay.
I think your culture is awesome.
It's fucking dope. It was so much fun. And we drink. Like, you're supposed to drink a thing of sake and, like, give it to each other and shit.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think looking at those pictures of your wedding almost made me want to be a weeboo just because it looked so, like, funny and hilarious.
It is truly fun. Yeah.
So, question coming from Noah. Who, aka at the real Nua, asks, has it been different working at SourceFed without Reina?
Do tell.
Yeah,
What's
it totally
like?
has. Working at SourceFed is great nonetheless, but it would be cooler if Reina was there, at least working on Nerd, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It would be cool
I miss Sam.
If you were still there, yeah.
I miss Sam a lot.
Because I could say things around Reina that I definitely am not able to say anymore in the office, and it's not because...
That's insane. We used to say anything we ever fucking wanted.
But it's not necessarily because I want to say it, it's because in order to find a good funny thing to say, sometimes in private, you need to hit all angles and you need a shotgun effect to figure out exactly what it is that's funny and why it is funny. Because if you don't have someone there that you can just bounce off of and say, like, the most inane, maybe terrible shit, you won't actually know how to find a good message in a joke that you want to tell.
We were always good at that. Like, we would say the most outlandish shit in front of each other, and if the other one didn't laugh, we'd know not to say it.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, that didn't hit. Like, that didn't work. So we won't say it to, like, Sam.
I'm definitely a lot more careful now. The Office,
how boring
in itself.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's not necessarily boring because everybody there is really funny. It's just, and also politically, I definitely I side socially on a lot of the same issues that everybody in the office does.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm definitely more into small business and small government. I mean, not small business, small government. And I think there are a lot of different ideologies I just don't fall under in the office that a lot of people do. And I think that it doesn't necessarily create tension. It's just we definitely differ. And I choose not to talk about certain things because I don't feel like having a discussion. Well, and then other times, it's my puppy.
Oh, yeah, there's a puppy in here.
And other times I do, and it doesn't exactly result in a conversation that leads to, it doesn't lead to a good conversation.
Well, you know what I think the difference is also? When you and I were there together, we were running Super Panic Frenzy, which is a gaming channel.
Yeah, and we never really talked about anything.
Yeah, and we're allowed to kind of we're allowed to make bad jokes and be shitty, but you're doing news now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
there's a big difference.
There's a big difference. And I know because I used to do news. I went from SourceFed to Super Panic Frenzy, so I was the flip side.
When you were with the hosts there, did you differ politically?
Totally. Oh,
okay.
Well, I mean, like, okay, so what you have to do when you're on SourceFed is you obviously have to give both sides just to be fair, and then you maybe give, like, a tidbit on, like, where you land on it, you know?
Yeah.
I generally didn't really ever say where I landed on it. I would just present both sides. That was how I tactically wrote all of
yeah,
my,
you definitely...
I did it on purpose.
Did you learn a lot from Phil when you worked there?
I pulled a lot from Phil.
Yeah.
I used him as a mentor mostly whenever I was actually on White Walls, and he's more opinionated, but, like, he has a platform already, so he's allowed to have that opinion, and, like, it's okay. But, like, I feel like a lot of the times I just would present both sides and just be done with it.
Yeah, so you never had, like, your own...
Yeah, but when Will and I did... we would choose science stories, though. Like, I would choose science stories with Will on purpose, though.
Science stories?
Yeah.
Well, science stories are important.
And they're fun and interesting, and we made them, like, a little bit dorky, and I liked that humor more than trying to do a highbrow political thing.
Yeah.
Because those are dangerous. So that's kind of how I did a lot of stuff. I chose, like, weird Japan shit. I chose, like, what the fuck Japan kind of news, and I chose science stuff.
I feel like doing a news channel or working in an industry where news is involved, it's a lot easier to have, like, not issues with people, but it's not as easy to create strong bonds.
It's hard because you're presenting to so many different audiences as opposed to gaming. Like, you know what they're gonna laugh at. If you laugh at it, they're gonna laugh at it, right? And we knew that, so that was easy for us to conduct. But news is extremely difficult.
Yeah,
you have to be fair, and it's hard to be fair and funny. Like, it's really hard to do both.
I try to be fair, but I try to be fair.
Yeah,
when I do different.
But it's so hard. Like, how do you make that into comedy? Like, I understood the struggle with SourceFed. Like, I totally understood. It was so freaking hard to, like... And also, it's like, do we acknowledge the really sad, fucked up news that happened? How do we present it? Like, it was always such an issue. Like, having the same kind of brand flavor was extremely difficult for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, what is the motto of SourceFed? Everything that you should and shouldn't care about? It's a tough motto to make work. And
it's a tough medium, yeah.
I think a lot of it was definitely with the original hosts because it was more about them than it was the stories. I think nowadays it's definitely more about the stories than it is us.
It's definitely more topic-driven.
So it's tough to make that work a lot of the time. But the only difference I'd say working at SourceFed instead of Super Panic Frenzy is it's just a lot more serious.
It's more of a job.
Yeah.
But I must say, SourceFed was difficult, but I learned so much in that
Yeah, exactly.
year.
I'm learning
so
every day
much.
when I work.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Foot. Okay, fine.
Mr. Foot!
You can come back up,
Yeah,
but just stop
join
licking
us.
the desk. Stop licking the desk.
Why is
puppy.
he licking right here? What happened right here, you think?
God only knows.
God only knows.
The next question comes
He's a little shaggy.
from a boy named Noah B, aka
Noah B.
Noah Sai17, and he asks,
Your favorite person in the SF office, and for Reina, pick between Crunchyroll or SF. Thanks, guys.
wow, you get to pick between both offices.
Ooh, all right, that's rough. Oh my god, he is so happy. He literally looks like this.
He loves neck massages. You can't see this if you're listening to it on the audio podcast, but I'm rubbing my dog's neck and side.
This dog's face looks ridiculous right now. He looks stoned.
He's a good boy.
He's a stony baloney.
Don't avoid the question,
You're right,
Reina.
right.
You're definitely...
Okay, if I had to pick between Crunchyroll or SF, that's really hard because I friggin' love my team at Crunchyroll.
Dude, it's crazy that you don't know who to pick.
I don't know who to pick.
It's crazy you don't know who to pick.
I don't know.
Like, who do you hang out with outside the office and do like podcasts?
Okay, what can I? Okay, I guess I just choose Suptic.
Okay, but actually, yeah, let's not choose each other.
Let's not choose each other. Yeah, if it had nothing to do with each other, man, it's hard. I have so much history with SourceFed. That's like where everything happened. You know what? At this point in time, I would still choose SourceFed because Crunchyroll is still very new.
Okay,
it's still very
new. And you have
new.
like a deeper bonds with people there.
I have way deeper bonds with SourceFed.
Would it be Sam?
The closest I am?
Just who would your favorite person?
My favorite person in SourceFed, I mean, that's there now? It's like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you still know
a
a couple people.
I know
there.
a couple people. Sam's obviously
maybe
among.
Ricky.
Oh, I love Ricky.
Maybe Will. Maybe Len.
I love
maybe
Will.
Sophia, maybe,
I love everyone you're naming. Audrey, duh.
Audrey,
our actual
Audrey.
best friend. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, how do we?
Well, it's because she's like so, like she's actually in our lives.
Yeah.
It's not work related.
That's true.
She's I don't know, Danny. I miss and love
Danny.
everyone. Yeah, I miss and love everybody. Danny is the person that originally
none of
hired
the editors.
me. No, I'm kidding. I love the editors. I love them all. I loved everybody at SourceFed. Yeah, no, hands down SourceFed still.
Hello, baby.
Just because Crunchyroll is still new. I'm very, very like.
So should we just side with Audrey?
Yeah.
Okay. Audrey for both of us.
We choose Audrey. Wait. Oh yeah, favorite person in the SF office. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the easiest, or not easiest. Well, yeah, easiest.
It's
answer.
easy, Audrey.
Yeah.
That is easy.
And that leads us to our final question from I don't know how to pronounce that.
Williamu. It says William in Japanese.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It says
That's really
William.
interesting. And it asks is Reina Scully, how perverted are you in actuality? Because you present yourself in a very, very outgoingly sexual way.
Well, what's weird is I'm as perverted as any healthy human being is.
Yeah.
I like to fuck, and it's great. But I'm not really that insanely perverted, I don't think. Like, okay, so I did a series called WTF Hentai on my channel where I explained hentai tags and translated them for the sake of fucking humanity.
Super cool.
I know, right? But it's educational though. Like I basically taught you Japanese. I was like, all right, how do you say big titties? It's bakunyu, right? Like it's educational. It doesn't actually
How do you say cuckold?
I don't know. What does cuckold really mean?
Say you're a man with a wife or a girlfriend and you'd like to see them be banged by another person.
Netorare.
Really?
Yeah, it's NTR.
What is Night World?
No, netorare. Actually, it's close. Netorare literally means like, okay, this sounds fucked up. It means to take while you're sleeping, which kind of sounds rapey.
Like rapey, but it's not.
It means you're being taken by someone else while the other person isn't looking.
Okay.
So it's a little bit that voyeur kind of perversion. Yeah. But see what I mean? Like, of course I'm perverted to a degree, but like, am I like psychotically perverted? Yeah. I don't know.
You are how you present yourself then.
Yeah, I am as gross and nasty as I seem. I don't know. Am I?
No,
not really.
Not
it's
at all.
my brand.
Yeah, it's just a brand.
And
just like how I present myself
as
as some idiot, when really, I'm probably the smartest dude you've ever seen.
Dude you've ever seen. Jesus Christ. Wait, no, you're more perverted than me. Remember when you introduced me to prolapsed anuses?
That's not out of, like, being a pervert. That's just because I thought it was fucking funny and gross. I just thought it was going to be this. You know what? I talked about this. This is what I miss most about you being at SourceFed.
Yeah.
We talked on the podcast recently about how this porn star had a tapeworm come out of her butt. And it for sure was not a...
Can I see? I want to see.
Tried to find the link and it was very tough, but I'll try to find it.
Okay, we gotta see.
Jenna Hayes, worm butt.
Worm butt. Okay, now tell me about it. So you did a story on SourceFed about it?
We did,
Wait, it came out of her butt while she was fucking?
Yeah, while she was fucking. I don't...
On camera? Stop eating the table. Stop eating the table.
I don't know where it is. To be honest, it was on there, and I talked about it on the podcast. No, that wasn't it.
Are you sure?
Else. Yeah. I talked about it on the podcast.
Damn it!
It for sure is not a topic that I should have brought up, you know? And you can sort of feel those things, because it's just, you know, so a lot of people aren't like us.
They don't want to talk about worms coming out of a porn star's butthole. Exactly. Why the fuck not?
Why not? Yeah.
I would love to talk about that.
But as it turns out, a lot of people aren't fucked up. You know, they're normal people.
Wait, what? Did they react like, oh, I don't want to talk about such a nasty thing?
They definitely... They played well.
Totally, they went with it. But you knew that you were going to get a talking to afterwards.
It wasn't, it wasn't a talking to that I got afterwards. It's just a topic that could be better if I just chose a different one. That wasn't a porn star with a tapeworm in her butt.
Wait, but tell me more. So a tapeworm came out of her butt? Wait, yeah,
she was fucking and a little worm came out of her butt. And it was a famous porn star too.
A little worm just crawled out of her butt.
Crawled right out of her booty.
Ew, and you can see it?
Yes.
Ew, is it
it's
like
very
white?
brief. It looks like the same skin color as her butthole.
I want to see it so bad.
Part of me was like, maybe it was just like a hemorrhoid or something, but...
No, it's a worm.
It was a worm.
Wow, how does one get tapeworms? What is tapeworms?
I don't think it was a tapeworm, because if you have a tapeworm, you're probably in the hospital.
Right.
But it could have been just any sort of butthole worm. I don't know what they're called, though.
Whoa.
I'm not a big, like, butthole worm guy, so I don't know scientifically what they would be.
Right, truly.
But it looked very much like a worm, and everyone was like, ugh.
That would, oh my God. And she wasn't doing anal, right? It was normal? Normal.
To be honest, I don't remember. I didn't watch the video.
Could you imagine if it was an anal video and fucking worm butts came out?
I'd have to be getting checked like every week.
Oh my God. Okay, my butt is so tense right now. This feels terrible.
I think porn stars have to get checked every week.
It's every week? It's not every month?
I could be wrong.
How healthy.
But that one bill in California got passed that was, or got denied, and it was that porn stars would have to use condoms.
It's denied?
Got denied, and all the porn stars were very happy about that.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like, you're supposed to take care of yourself, right? Like, for your percent. Oh, no, it's a profession, that's why. Because you get paid for it. You need, like, you need to be protected.
Would you do this? There's an app that they released that you can lick your phone for 60 seconds and for $1, and it'll upload your licking pattern to a website that is like an iTunes store for pattern licks, and you can download a pattern for, I don't know how much it is, and it'll translate to a vibrator.
Oh, and it'll know what kind of vibrator your tongue is like?
It'll be able to recreate your tongue movements, so it's like you're being eaten out.
Oh, so how long do I have to lick my phone for?
You get 60 seconds. And exactly. Or you put peanut butter on it and let I made that same joke on SourceFed.
Oh God. Ew. And you let your dog lick it?
Yeah.
Ew, I hate it.
I'm trying to think of what I was going to say about that. So one thing the porn stars are doing with that is, or at least they're speculating what they're going to do, is, you know those chat rooms that they have? Mm-hmm.
He's like, I know.
They have
terrible.
Now they'll have the opportunity for viewers to send them patterns for them to use on camera and make money that way. You gotta respect that fucking hustle.
That is fucking game changing.
That is so brilliant.
Damn.
Can you believe that shit?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you can make, oh my God, could you imagine? The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, what if they're like, this pattern is coming from, I'm gonna feel Johnny Thunder 308's tongue tonight. Oh my God. And then they're like, I'm fucking nutting.
Well, I'm fucking nutting. Wow.
They're robots, I guess. But then
they could find their, like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like they could find their soulmate through that. Could you imagine if,
I think one of the quotes on the article that I was reading was like, yeah, I mean, if it's hard to find men that are good at that, so
right, why
I'm
not
gonna call them back if they're good.
These porn stars, brilliant.
And for long distance relationships, that's a pretty interesting
I love
asset.
That. That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so smart.
I'm pretty sure that there's no such thing as a good long distance relationship.
Really?
That really works out. I'm pretty sure that's a myth.
I think after you're married, it's okay.
Oh, maybe after you're married, but even still, that has to be difficult.
Well, for sure. After you have kids, it's not that hard, right? Because then it's just like, business trip.
Yeah, right. But I guess that's a weird place to end it.
That's a totally weird place to end it.
Long-distance relationships are weird, and they don't work.
Yay or nay?
Says some.
Let us know in the comment section below whether you agree with us or not. I don't know. We don't really have an opinion. Have you ever been in a long distance?
That's not fair. You guys are all in internet relationships, you little nerds, you little fucking nerds. Just kidding. Well, maybe.
I went serious face on that one. Anyway, well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of our podcast, our Boys Only Club podcast. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're so happy about how it's going, I think. I don't know. But just please subscribe and like this video anyway. And also, if you haven't seen the first and second episode ever, head on over to his channel, my channel, check it out as well. And yeah, that'll be all. We're still working hard in trying to figure out what our background's going to be like. We want it to still be a treehouse motif.
Next episode, perhaps, we'll be able to upload some of the intros during the episode.
Yeah.
Which could be pretty cool.
That's it. Let's do that.
So we'll see you guys next week on Sunday at 8 a.m.
Yes, that is correct.
Goodbye, I'm Steven Suptic.
Goodbye, I'm Reina Scully.